Agent B? Agent B? What are you doing? Well, I've got the YouTubes on the watch, so I got some video. Yeah, sorry. But you know, the amazing thing is, you would think in a lab like this we would have really high bandwidth and I could have great video experience, even on my watch. It's not so good.
Nope.
It sort of staggers and kind of...
Pixelated? Okay. Yeah, this is a problem that faces a lot of video publishing organizations, is they have to cater really to the lowest common denominator.
Right.
Yeah. But to be able to support all sorts of users and give them all the best possible experience, we have a solution. Step this way. Let me introduce you to agents, Dave and Desiree.
Thank you, Agent B and F.
Hi there.
Well, we just announced Flash Media Server 3.5 yesterday.
Woo!
And we have a new feature called dynamic streaming. Some of you might know it as multi-bit rate. Dave, can you show everyone in the audience the problem?
Absolutely. So when you're handling multiple bit rates, you actually need to serve up and stream different files. So here's a sample player that does that. So we start playing the file, it has the buffer for that file, and it'll begin playback. Now, when you encounter network difficulties, this is where we tend to see the problems. So I'm going to simulate a network problem and actually change the bitrate on this file. So it's actually changing the file, but notice that audio glitch there.
Agents B and F, is this the problem?
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening on my watch.
Great, well Dave, can we show the solution now with dynamic streaming?
I would much prefer to show you that. This is the new way. With dynamic streaming, we're actually going to do the same thing and still switch files, but with quite a difference. So let's take a look at that. We're going to load up a file that you might see on a mobile device. It's a 400 kilobit file. But now what I want to do is res up to 720p and do that seamlessly. Every file transition, we can listen here and see no transition.
Hey Ryan, how you doing up there?
About 200 feet.
Oh, I'm doing great. In fact, cue the wind. I feel like a ringling brother.
How do you like that improvement?
That looks amazing. Now for folks out in the audience, if you want to try dynamic streaming, you can also do it. We have a new site that we just announced with Akamai yesterday. It's streamflashhd.com. And there's a bunch of different video examples here, all in HD, using dynamic streaming. Let's actually take a look at an example. You'll notice that when I click on it, it's going to give you some information about the video. But one thing to keep in mind is that the site is constantly monitoring to see network changes, to give you the best viewing experience. So let me just put this in full screen, and the audio up.
That's great. That's really impressive. I think this is terrific. But you know, I got to tell you, for developers working with video, it's usually really hard. So
actually, I have a little secret. When we ship Flash Media Server 3.5, we have a new start screen, and in the start screen, it gives you some tips and tricks on how to use the product. There's a little section here called Dynamic Stream, and you'll notice that we have a sample XML file here. When I open it up, you'll see that there are different videos that have been coded into different bit rates. This gives you the flexibility to add or change the different files. One thing to keep in mind as well, we're going to give you some sample videos that you can play with as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and notice right below there's an embedded video that XML is pointing to. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Just take that, I'm going to go right into Dreamweaver, and I'm going to take that code and just basically paste it right there. And now I'm going to do the live view, and I'm doing multi-bit rate video or dynamic streaming with just a couple clicks.
it's great. It's great. That's amazing. All right. Well, now this is all good for on-demand video, but do you have anything for live video or streaming?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's take a look. So actually, we also announced yesterday a new version of the Flash Media Live Encoder. This is a product you can actually download from Adobe.com that lets you take a camera source and broadcast it live to the web. So we can take, that camera, and just take a look here, and we can see the source on the left side. The key feature that we've added to this version is multiple bitrate. If you notice in the lower left corner, we can actually specify any different bitrate we want and take advantage of those dynamic streaming libraries we just used for video on demand for live streams as well.
We've seen a lot of live online events this year. From big sporting events like the US Open, from the Olympics, but it only really counted internationally, and of course, just recently with the elections. In fact, I was watching Ustream TV, and they're one of our customers that does live broadcasting, and I was watching Obama's acceptance speech when my mom called me on the phone. I wish there was a way that I could have paused the live video stream.
So what that means, the server would have to stream live as well as record a file and let that file be available on the fly, just like a DVR at home.
Exactly, just like DVR.
Okay. So we actually have been working with Ustream on this feature, and this is basically DVR on the internet. So here's actually a sample page. This is the lead singer of Korn. He has a little page, but it's actually not his studio right now. This is actually our green room backstage. So here we have a standard player, but notice the time. This is actually about an hour ago. We can actually seek through time and see what was going on there all throughout. In fact, go even to live and see what's going on right now.
Wait
I
a
guess
second.
they're not working back there.
Yeah.
So this is actually live backstage, and they're playing Wii or something like that. So that's great. I wonder if they might go back to work or something.
They should be.
We would hope.
Well, now, so how about is there a way that we could use this to somehow help the agents work together? Some sort of communication between the agents?
Oh yeah, that's a great one. So we've been working on a little thing. We actually we like to add letters to our protocols and acronyms. So we use Agent F here. We have RTMFP. You may have heard of it. It's in Player 10, Real-Time Media Flow Protocol. This allows any Flash client to talk to one another directly. So here we have one over here, and we're going to have one perhaps over there. There we go. So here we have two different clients, and I want to do a little chat. And I'm just going to hit the Start Chat button. And so here we have our green room again. And there we have the other, our very nice webcam over there. And we're actually now communicating directly from this player to that player in a AV chat.
Hey,
Yeah.
where's the server?
The server. Oh, there's no server. Why wouldn't you need a server?
There's no server.
Yeah.
That's
So this is Flash player to Flash player or air directly?
Absolutely.
Or air to player,
Or air to player.
air.
And air as well. Incredible. Wow, thank you guys.
It's amazing. Very big, impressive, yeah.
That
That's
solves your problem then, eh?
I think that's perfect. Amazing.
Okay, good. So,